Fly ball driven deep. It spins O'Neill around, and it's gone! It's gone! It's a home run to lead off the 10th inning. A 2-run homer from Randy Arozarena, and the Mariners take the lead right back in Baltimore.
Cool. Thanks. Really enjoy coming in and reliving that. Of course, I guess it's...
I feel like the Mariners play-by-play guy has no clue how deep the right field wall is in Camden Yards. Because the Naylor home run yesterday, he was like, "There's a fly ball. That's a grand slam." Like,
I don't know. On that one too, off the bat, was like,
yeah,
I literally off the bat, I thought to myself, "Oh, that's gonna get the runner to third base." Hi, yeah, it's Glenn Clark Radio. I'm Glenn. He's Griffin. It's of course a Wednesday, so good to see Drew Forrester, Drew's morning dish, who is obviously, as always, here with us on a Wednesday. What you got for us today, pal?
In Drew's defense, there is a ungodly amount of traffic in Towson today. Like it's.
I know what happened. I dealt with it.
Yeah.
I was here at 9:57.
Well, everyone's not as
we all have
sharp as you.
We all have responsibilities. We all have things that we're supposed to be doing. Well, dynamite stuff. I got to tell you, one of the best drop-ins that we've had from Drew over the years. So, thank you, buddy. Coming up on the program, we are going to preview the World Cup. Ian Nicholas Quillen, who is covering the World Cup, he's based locally, does a lot of Orioles coverage, but soccer is like his thing, and he's going to join us to talk about. He's with Field Level Media and Bleacher Report. We'll talk about expectations. Matches get underway tomorrow. The U.S. plays for the first time on Friday. We'll talk to him about all of that. Ravens Super Bowl 35 champion Jamie Sharper is going to join us a little bit later on. Kind of a wild story that you probably aren't familiar with. Jamie Sharper is one of a group of 5 members of the 2000 Baltimore Ravens who are all coaching the Louisville Kings in the UFL. Head coach Chris Redmond, Jamie Sharper, Tony Banks, Chris McAllister, and Brad Jackson all on this staff. They have led the Louisville Kings to the UFL championship game, which apparently is called the United Bowl, where they will face the D.C. team on Saturday down in D.C. Yeah, sure. Why not? I mean, it's a lot.
I know.
Whatever. Fine. I mean, we can't bump it to another day. We got lots of other things going on. Lots of things happening today. Speaking of, but yeah, Jamie Sharper is going to join us and tell us all about that, which I think is awesome. Like, I think it's very cool, and we're looking forward to that. I am now, the management has just informed me that we will also be joined today by Antonio Freeman. They know him as Buttons. Baltimore native, Poly legend, and his son, Alex, who we just had on 2 weeks ago. When did we have Alex on?
Week and a half ago? Yes.
I don't remember. I never remember.
Less than 10. I mean, it was 10 days ago. I don't know.
But his son Alex, of course, is one of the top defenders for the U.S. men's national team. So we're going to talk to him about being a soccer dad and what this means to him, which should be very cool. So all of that coming up on the program today. I don't know what else to add about last night's game other than to continue to point out that you can't squander opportunities. And yes, it's I drew a new packet of Dr. Pepper TikToks.
Open that up for me. TikToks.
We'll get to it.
TikToks?
You got to open that up.
It's not the most important thing.
It is for me because that.
It's not. You need to chill. You need to calm down. All right. You okay? You gonna be all right?
I'll be good once we get rid of Henderson.
Henderson, yeah. Get rid of him. Well, how much did you bet on last night's game?
I mean, outrageous in the 9th inning. Not running there.
You really bet against Logan Gilbert?
He would have been, but we win the game if he's running on 3-2 pitch, which he should have been.
I know it's easy to say that. I know it's easy to say that.
Don't even begin to defend him.
I'm not defending. There's a big difference between defending him and saying it's not quite as simple as saying, well, if he's just sprinting from first base.
Well, it's true. If he's running on.
It looks like that because of how it happened. Or maybe if they know that he's running like that, the kid that fields the ball fields it a bit more cleaner and gets there first. You have no idea. You're trying to butterfly effect it.
No, I'm not.
What I'm saying is where you're right is that Gunnar Henderson probably should have been sprinting the moment the ball was hit. You're right about that. There's no doubt.
Trade him.
There we go. For what? What do you think you're going to get?
Otani.
Yeah? You think that it's still on
Who's
the
hitting
table?
300, by the way, now?
A week ago, I remember somebody saying that they agreed with Ken when Ken asked the question.
Well, that definitely didn't happen.
Yeah. No, I remember there were fist bumps. Because Ken said, when are we going to apologize to Mike Elias? So now do you want to be the one? Do you want to lead it's time to apologize to Mike Elias?
What did he do last night?
You think?
His fault? It's his fault.
What do you have to say?
Bassilo can't
What
run.
do you have to say?
It was a tough one last night, man.
Yeah, you're right
Of
about
all the
that.
games to lose, that one was a tough one.
Yes, obviously Gunnar Henderson started running a little bit faster, but the opinion is if you go back and watch the all 22 film
It was close.
from the top, it was very close.
Show it
You're
again
right
one more
about
time.
that. Why? Why do we
Did you watch
keep
a hockey
watching
game?
it? Yes, I did watch the hockey game. God, I regret
Dude,
it.
that was so close.
You know what? I regret it. Remember the text that no is the answer.
Go
No,
back.
We've got plans.
Go back.
We've
again.
got other things to do. We don't have time for it.
This was close, man.
It obviously was close. Why are we still watching this? We know what happened.
We gotta get all the angles.
What's
No,
wrong with you?
don't.
What are you so angry about?
Not you.
Me?
Come
What
to
did
my
I do?
house and chew gum. That's what I'm angry
Come to your
about.
house and chew Tic Tacs.
Yeah, you know what I'm really angry about? I'm angry that the Orioles can't get an effing hit with a runner in scoring position.
It is unbelievable. What about the 10th inning? I mean, talk about
God.
squandering it in the 9th inning. What about the 10th inning?
Runners on first and third and nobody out.
We were going to the game tonight, Bark at the Park.
You're not going to
But
go out?
I don't think so. I think the weather doesn't look favorable, right?
But Ace is on the mound tonight.
Ace is on the mound.
Yeah.
It doesn't
I mean,
look favorable, though, does it? The
stop.
weather?
I don't know. Go ahead, Griffin.
I mean, right now it's not bad. I mean, it's a little humid, but like
Right, but they're
now-
not playing the game right now, Griffin. They're going to play the game tonight.
What do you want from me? I
Yeah, I'm here. You're there.
It
Now, what do you
looks-
want from me?
The sidewalk's actually
Well,
dry right now.
I'd like to interview the lady. The gentleman is a good spokesperson for the company.
Man, these are so good.
Yeah, now what else? It's my favorite clip in the history of humanity. I'm here, you're there. The Orioles last night.
Are you excited about the World Cup?
Would you stop? Orioles last night, 1 for 11 with runners in scoring position. The previous evening, 1 for 9. That means against the Seattle Mariners,
Two
even
for-
I can do that math.
If-
They're
two-
2 for 20 with runners in scoring position.
That's like 10%. That's
Yeah.
we need to do a
that's-
hitting coach.
I
Oh,
think
we got
maybe
one of
hire
those.
more. And hired 2 more hitting coaches.
Seattle's got good pitching.
it looks like as long as the game
You're-
starts,
you're
they might be
right.
okay. Because they're scattered storms throughout the afternoon.
Yeah, I just don't know if I feel like going down there when it's not a Chamber of Commerce night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I don't want to go down there if it's like this and it's spotty and it's rainy and your rear end gets wet. Like, I just don't feel like doing it.
Okay. Your rear end, he says.
Your hiney, whatever you want to say.
That's better. I like
Your
that.
butt. I don't know. Are you excited about the World Cup?
Can we talk about the Orioles for 2 minutes?
What?
Oh, you have so much World Cup we're going to do in this show. Could you talk to me about the Orioles for 2 minutes at the top of the show?
They're not trading Rutschman, are they?
Probably not.
There's a lot of rumors about
No,
it.
there's not a lot of rumors. There's a lot of conjecture. There's a lot of what you're reading is someone else rewriting what John Heyman said, and all John Heyman said was, "Well, I mean, I think they'd be willing to do that." You're this is the way that the internet works. This is the media literacy problem that we have.
Well, he is in a bad mood, isn't he?
You do this to me.
I do it to you. I
I'm
just
in
got here.
Yeah, exactly. Until you showed up, everything was fine.
Yeah, but you didn't have any star power.
That's a great point. Ben Verlander saying, I'm predicting the Orioles trade Adley Rutschman to the Padres. And so all of a sudden, then 6 other people write up and say,
Oh, I know somebody would like to come.
Reports swirling. Oh, yeah. I know somebody that would come back home.
I know somebody would like to
I
come.
get
No,
it.
Gavin.
That's what the
Oh,
point. I said,
I thought you
come
meant
back home.
Manny.
What are you talking about?
They're here this weekend.
I'm aware. What are we doing? We having a party? Okay, great.
It's
Dynamite
tough. It's
stuff.
tough when you're in a bad mood.
Would really like it if you could just. I know that you're in the place in your career where you don't have to do this anymore.
Career.
Yeah, you don't have
What?
to do this anymore.
Career.
So now you can just show up and light everything on fire. But some of us, Still.
I love that. I love that thought.
Yeah.
Like,
You don't care.
come in, light it on fire.
Yeah.
But you know what? What's that country music saying? I'm not as good as I.
I'm
not-
I'm not as good as I once was, but I was good once as I ever was. That was a Toby Keith
Something
song,
like
right?
that.
Yeah.
I think that's me.
No, I'm not sure.
No,
I'm not.
I'm not even that good.
I'm not sure.
I'm not as good as I once was, or something.
Have anything else to say about the Orioles? Maybe we aren't going to talk.
No,
about the
I mean,
Orioles. I don't know.
I don't understand it either, and particularly given last night, and even the one game. Well, the game against Toronto was such a blur. I kind of forgot who won that. It was Kowser, right? But it just there's something about the lineup that the only guys that the guys that always wind up getting the weird big hit are the guys you don't anticipate. Jackson. Mayo had a homer again last night in the ninth inning.
Leote had a hit.
Leote, Tavares,
Despite
Alexander, like the guys that you just assume are gonna get the hits, they don't get them. It's crazy.
Yeah, the bases loaded with Gunnar and Alonso.
We had
back to
right,
back,
right.
and
Right. So I don't know. I mean, we're a weird. We have a weird team. We really do. Like, and the pitching. And I kept saying this: if the pitching, everybody, my member guest last weekend, everybody's got Oriole fever because they had just done well in Boston. Everyone's like, "What do you think? What do you think?" I'm like, I think if their pitching is what we've seen for the last 20 days, they're going to be very good. They're going to win 85 or 90 games.
But other than Bradish on Saturday,
Thank you
the
for your
pitching
service.
hasn't really been the problem.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm saying if they're it was the problem early,
Yes.
but in May, mid-May to now, last 20 days or so, it's been excellent. Even Rogers has been spotty better, right? I wouldn't say he's been
definitely
good,
better,
but he's
there's
been
no question.
better.
He's not been spotty better. He's been
Right,
better.
right. And he was decent last night. He wasn't great, but he wasn't Steve Carlton, but he was good. If they get that kind of pitching, they're going to be fine. The problem has been they get that kind of pitching, and then, again, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but now tonight they'll win 11-2, and then tomorrow night.
How are they scoring 11
But
runs?
tomorrow night, that's what they do. They'll win tonight 11-2, and then tomorrow night they'll lose 9-3, and then San Diego will score 8 on them on Friday night, and they just have this weird topsy-turvy. They go through week stretches where
But
they're good, then they're terrible.
The problem is they're running out of time for that. They're running out of
Yeah,
time.
I don't know that I totally agree with that, but I would say
Because
they're 31-37 now, right? Is that their record? Hey, John Oates, 31-37.
Yes, that is.
Okay, so they're 31-37. All right, so to get to 86 wins.
But you're having a separate conversation.
No,
you are.
I am.
Because you're having the conversation of how do they eke into the playoffs, and that isn't the If they eke into the playoffs, they haven't done anything.
Yeah, I don't agree with that at all.
They haven't.
I don't agree with that. You're out of your mind.
No,
You have to make the playoffs.
Right, you have to make the playoffs in order to have a chance. If they make the playoffs without having a dramatically upgraded roster, they have no chance of doing anything in the playoffs.
Yeah,
That-
man,
the
I just don't
issue
know if I
is
agree
they
with that.
have to be in. They don't have it. They are not good at. Kyle Bradish, who wasn't even good his last time out, cannot do this deep into. He cannot make a deep playoff run. You cannot go from pitching 30 innings to pitching 200 plus.
Well, I would agree with that.
It
I mean,
doesn't happen.
I
And
would
they
agree
don't
with that.
have the horses beyond that. They're not there. The bullpen isn't good. They don't have it.
man,
They have to be in position.
negative Nelly, huh? We need a
Whoa,
Ted
whoa,
Lasso
this
believe
is a real conversation.
up there.
Because your measurement is by the end of the season. The real measurement is, are they in position that in July they can make the type of bold move that would give them a chance?
Well,
in the
if they're
playoffs?
31-37 right now, what would that record require of them in the next 40
in order
games?
to justify really making a big
50
swing?
games. Between now and the end of July, they're going to play 50 more games, right?
Not quite, I don't think.
Yeah,
because you gotta
40.
Throw in the All-Star break. in
Okay,
there.
so
Yeah.
40. So they're 31
Well,
and
and it's-
37.
and It's August 3rd this year for the
Okay,
trade
so they're 31-37. So in your mind, and let's just pretend the number's 45 more games. What do they have to do in those 45 games? Forget what
Yeah,
they've done in
right.
31-37. What do they got to do in those 45 games?
Well, in that
25 and 20?
No, I think
Or 30 and
25
50?
and 20 doesn't even get you back to 500.
Correct. That's what I'm asking you. Or is it 30-15
That's-
or 27-18?
I think it's at worst 27-18. I think at worst they have to be at
Okay.
500.
Okay.
At
I
worst.
don't disagree with that. So 27-18 would get you to
Three games over, yeah.
4, right? They're 6 behind right now.
They'd be 58,
Oh, yeah, you're right.
They'd be 58 and 55.
Okay. So you get to that level, and you have to buy at the deadline, right?
There's a difference between buying and making a big swing. They are not a Jack Flaherty or a Trevor Rogers away from contending to do something in the postseason.
But where are you going to get? Okay, but where are you getting one of those guys from?
Well, the argument
Jack
is
Flaherty, I guess, but yeah.
No thanks.
yeah,
We're-
right.
Been there, done that, got the
The
T-shirt.
argument is that uniquely
who-
this year there might be some of those. Like the Giants are a disaster.
Okay,
If the Tigers
so they
keep-
giving
yeah.
up Webb?
That's
Who are they?
That's the question, right? The question is, would that type of pitcher be available for you at the deadline? And the belief from a lot of those the Buster Olney's team, is that yes, uniquely this year, it looks like those guys are going to be available, but they're not going to come cheap. The problem is nothing ever comes cheap pitching wise, but that's the only price the Orioles are ever willing to pay for pitching. They have to be willing to do something, or you're just talking about being a part of it for the sake of being a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Having fun to say, hey, we were in a 3-game wild card series,
but-
wasn't that neat?
But okay, but you're not getting anyone before that. So the real question is, how do you go 27-18?
That's a great question.
Well, maybe Gunnar and Pete, I guess, start hitting.
Yeah, but
that's
20. But you're asking a team that, 27-18 doesn't sound like crazy out of the reach of anyone in Major League Baseball, unless you're the Rockies.
Yeah, they got to win 2 out of 3 in their next. Yeah,
But that's
like
the
20
problem is
series,
in order
like-
to get that, this can't turn into. They've already lost 4 in a row. If it turns into they've lost 7 of 8, now you're not talking about 27-18.
Well, every time they lose a game between now and
Yes.
then, it stacks up against
that's
them.
the
Right? You can
point.
only lose 18.
Like this
Right.
has to end now.
Boy, you're very agitated.
I don't think that we are. I think when we got very excited about the Orioles, and I was happy to be very excited about the Orioles. I want to be very excited about the Orioles. But I think when we got so excited about the Orioles, we missed just how up against the wall they were. They could not cede back any of that momentum because they built themselves.
They got
too
to
deep of a
31 and 33, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They built themselves entirely too deep of a hole to be able to climb out of it if they ceded any of it back. I think these last 4 days have been a genuine disaster.
Why do you think why don't they, and if you just say money, that's fine. Why don't they cut bait with O'Neill?
I think it's a little bit money, but I also think it's to do what?
I don't know. Make a point, I guess.
That's you want to do it for punitive reasons. To be fair, he was the only guy that had
not-
a clutch hit last
It's
night.
not really until the 10th inning.
I get
it's
it,
not,
but he
it's
was the
not-
one guy that had one.
It's not punitive. It's just the reality of lack of performance juxtaposed against expectations and salary.
it's-
It's not punitive.
It is punitive because again, to do what? What are you doing with that roster spot?
Punishing him.
Thank you. Thank you.
I just thought I'd throw that in. It's not really what I believe, but I thought it'd
What
be.
are you doing?
Thought
with
it'd be
the
good
roster spot?
radio.
If you get rid of Tyler O'Neill, what are you doing with that roster spot? Because when Dylan
I
Beavers,
don't know the answer to that.
when Dylan
but
Beavers
anything
returns,
give it to
there's
me.
a genuine conversation to be had. If no
Right.
one else gets hurt between now and then, Dylan Beavers is back, then we can have that talk. But right now, you don't.
But
have
how do you
anything to do with
justify?
that
How do you
roster spot.
justify giving him a roster
How
spot?
do you justify giving any of them a roster spot?
Well, I don't. Now you're saying goofy stuff to say goofy stuff.
No, I mean
This
any
guy's
of the
terrible.
options that we be talking about.
But this guy's terrible.
I don't disagree with you.
What's he making?
What has Enrique Bradfield
Is he making
done?
$15 million a year?
Yeah.
13, I thought it was. Is it 15?
Well, it's 3. I'll see what he's.
I thought it was 3. Maybe you're right. Maybe it was 3, 4.
I thought it was 50.
By the
I
way,
thought he was making
speaking of
50 over
money
years.
and what the players make and the ongoing angst about it in some circles, there is. I don't know if you've picked up on this,
16.5 annually.
but McDonald has now picked up the Palmer, whatever you want to call Palmer's. Every series Palmer does, he now interjects at some point the salary of the pitcher who is struggling.
Okay.
So when Gaussman walks
Yep.
3 guys
Yep.
in 5 hitters,
Paid him $30 million.
Palmer goes. They thought they'd get a lot more out of him for $30 million, I guess. Now McDonald has started to do that.
I
So
love
now
it.
Ben is pissed.
I do.
Now
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah.
I the other day, and I know you tweeted this, and you hit it right on the head. When Palmer did the voodoo thing to Hoffman,
oh my God, I've
and
never seen
made
anything like it.
made the Blue Jays lose the game.
Yes,
Palmer did all of that himself.
on him, completely. Jim Palmer spoke that. Into
It was
existence.
so hilarious. He hates him so much,
Yep.
right? And when did that happen? By the way, was that last season or
Yeah,
2
last
seasons ago?
Off season.
Yeah, it was the offseason between 2024 and 25 where he agreed,
Right.
and then early in the 2025 season.
So it
he
was
blew
last
the
year.
blew the kiss.
He came to Baltimore. You like blew the kiss, right? And Palmer is still pissed about it.
Yep.
Still,
He's not-
this is
well,
a year later.
He's not the only one.
No,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
but like, when are we letting that stuff go? Like, but maybe not.
Yeah.
But now McDonald is starting to make a snarky comment about the salaries of the pitchers, paying him a lot of money. I mean, I think 24 million.
Ben hasn't done a game in weeks, so I just don't.
I think 24 million's a lot. I just love.
Well, Ben's got. I mean, he got after. Remember, he did the whole post game thing about the analytics.
Right.
Like when they got swept in Tampa, he went off, and that inspired him, and they went and played good.
Well, there is
baseball
something to be
afterwards.
said for that too. I mean, I do. We're in a period. It's just this way in golf too. We're in a period of sports where we are relying on, I say the phone, but we're relying on data in a way we never have before.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one thing to rely on it and to use it. It's another thing entirely to expect the outcome to be connected to the data. Does that make sense?
While I understand what you're saying, this is always the danger of having this conversation. On the flip side, you're just guessing. It's always the difficult part about
Okay,
pushing
but
because you're not wrong, but it's either you're guessing with data or you're guessing.
But let
with
me give you a golf example that you can potentially parlay into baseball. There was zero evidence, beyond zero evidence, statistically, that Aaron Rye could have won the PGA Championship.
I still don't know what that is. What is an Aaron Rodgers?
There was no possible way, if you looked at the data,
Yes, I get
that you ever would have said
I
Aaron Rye will win the PGA
completely
Championship.
understand. I completely understand.
But there was a lot of data to say Harris English is going to win.
Yes. So what does that have to do with anything?
He didn't win.
Right.
All the data said he would.
Right, I get it.
Now, what happens in Harris English's specific case, he looks at the data and says, I'm missing 27% of the fairways, and 91 of the 27% I'm missing are in the left rough.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a left rough, I have a left-sided miss going. I got to fix that. And then he visits with his swing instructor and says, hey, look, check this out. Here's what the tour has. Hey, look at my left rough miss, and then look at my greens hit and regulate. And they go through all of that, and that's how he gets better.
Okay.
But I don't know that over to him winning.
I'm still waiting for what the.
But I'm saying in baseball,
Uh-huh.
you have the same thing. You have this abundant reliance on data that might help the individual player improve, but I don't see how it connects to teams winning.
Well, okay, these are different conversations.
I don't see how it
because
connects to the
it's
team
like,
winning.
For example, I think the conversation about whether or
And
not.
that's really what Ben McDonald was saying.
Well, I think there's a loud conversation about whether or not certain players are just swinging out of their shoes too frequently.
Well, you know who
Like,
one of them is.
Yes, obviously, we've had that conversation ad nauseum, and I think that's.
But
a
that's more
relevant
about
one.
money.
But when we just go
That's
after,
not about stats. That's about his agent saying,
potentially,
if you hit 45 homers, you're going to be Pete Alonso.
To be fair, he says that's not the case. I don't know, right? And Kyle Tucker got more money than Pete Alonso did, so there's a real question. And Kyle Tucker doesn't hit home runs at all, so there's a real question about whether or not that even makes sense. But it's a step beyond that. When we just get after analytics, when we're saying is, for example, I'm sick of this lineup looking a certain way. Well, if the data does suggest that this player is 10% more likely to succeed against that pitcher, and then the flip side argument is, but the other guy had a good game yesterday, what is the compelling argument? It's the problem with just using analytics as a boogeyman. When we just use that word, you're not making a good argument to the alternative. I agree about guys that are just swinging for home runs and appear to have chased launch angle and chased slug at the sacrifice of being able to go to the backside and get a base hit.
Hit them where they ain't.
Correct.
Right.
I agree with that
I think
wholeheartedly.
that was Willie Keeler or whatever.
Wee Willie Keeler.
Wee Willie Keeler.
Wee Willie Keeler. I just disagree with it. All right, real quick.
You know who else said it
are
too?
you in or not?
You know who else said it?
I don't care. Are you in or not?
Thelma and Louise. Susan. I mean, no, not.
Are you in or not? I need the answer.
I have a question about the lesson training.
Yeah. You're going to go train.
Yeah, it's kind of it'd be awkward for me because I might know more about goalkeeping than Van Zella.
No, you don't. But let's start there. Are you in?
I'm in. I just don't know about the lesson. I can't have a soccer ball.
That's the way it works. If you lose,
Okay, but
so here's what we're doing. We're doing our World Cup poll.
then I'm not in. And here's why I'm not in. I'm not having a soccer ball get kicked at my hands.
What does that even mean?
I play golf for a living.
What do you think's going to happen?
Somebody's going to kick a soccer ball at me,
Okay.
and I play golf for a living.
What did these two things have to do with each other?
I'm not taking a lesson and having someone kick a soccer ball at my hands.
But what do they have to do with each other?
If I lose,
Right?
you're making me go get a lesson.
What does the soccer ball being kicked out of your hands have to do with golf?
If I break my thumb, I can't play golf.
Okay. You're afraid you're going to. So you just think you're weak.
I'll do the game.
You think you're weak.
I know more about the World
No,
Cup.
no,
I
no,
forgot more
no.
about it than you.
No.
Never knew.
No.
But
It's
I'm not
just
doing
a
it-
game of chance.
But I'm not
That's
doing
all
it if I have
is.
to get if I have to go get a ball kicked in my hands.
So you're out.
I'm
Come
out.
on, Drew. Come on. What are you?
It's okay.
Here's where we're at.
Why can't?
Here's where we're
We're
at.
not going to force him to be in.
No. We're not going to force him to be in because I don't want him in. I don't. Jeremy doesn't want to be in. He's being a baby, and Brian
Jeremy?
Powell doesn't want to be in. He's a
Brian,
baby.
what?
Ryan Chell has not responded. That's not.
Well,
new.
he's not an athlete.
So what do we have? Like three
We've
of
got.
us?
No. Calm down.
All right.
Right now, I need 12. I've got my you, me, Proctor.
How'd you know I was in?
You don't have a choice. John in Little Rock. John Colson says he's in.
Really?
Andrew Stecca is in.
I don't think I'm even familiar with.
Ken Zales, who's I think 100 years old,
Come on, Drew.
is
Ken's
in.
in.
Nick Kelly is in. Kyle Ottenheimer is in.
I mean, I'm doing it, but I'm not getting a
No,
goalkeeper
that's
lesson.
not an option.
Okay, then I'm not doing it.
We've got 9 of 12 spots filled.
All right. You guys are fine. Let's
uh,
talk about World Cup.
No. Calm down. I want you to call Xavier and see if he'll fill a spot for us.
Okay.
All right. I want you to call Chell and see if he's in to fill a spot, and then we'd have one spot left.
You just want me to do that in like the next
Well,
10
you
minutes?
obviously-
$20 to get in. Winner gets the cash. Loser has to go do a day of training with William Van Zella.
That's fine. And you have a girls' division because you got Proctor in there.
There you go. There you go. That's the way it works. And
that's
it's very
Stecca.
simple. You're not all you're doing, we're separating by odds to win the World Cup. We will separate.
Can I trade for the U.S.?
There's 48 teams. We will separate them into 12 groups of 4. And then by random, you will get one team from each of those, groups of 12. We'll have groups of 12. You'll get one team from each group.